So my eyes are, my other eye started hurting me after I did that video with my kids. Um, anyway, so I am like exhausted, burned out, and frustrated. It's like I have like no days off. Last week I had one day off and I had to do paperwork for my daughter. And so this week, I was supposed to have, I had today off, but yesterday, I had an appointment and the doctor never showed up, so that's that. I was so pissed off. This week has been disappointing and frustrating because Wet n Wild has been announcing their Zodiac Collection for like over a week. They've been announcing that it would be at Walmart.com and that it would be at wetnwild.com. Everyone was asked. They showed this gorgeous box set. They had, like with Flights of Fancy, they had like this like little, I don't want to call it like gala, but they had like this get together. And as far as I know, they invited the influencers that are in California. And huge box. I don't know if they paid for these boxes. I don't know if they got a box. Or, I don't know if they could. I know the table had looked like they had quite a few boxes, maybe 50 or more on the table. So now they've been doing box sets. We all want the box sets. We've been collecting the boxes, and they're not answering people. How can we're gonna get this box? But one, I think it was called the Revelist. One website said that it would be available at Walmart.com for $35, and I said that sounds too good to be true. That looks like there's $100 worth of makeup in that. That sounds like they're gonna lose a lot of money if they do that. So one girl said they should hire their PR worker because they don't answer people. So of course, what time's it gonna be released? What time's it gonna be released? What time's it gonna be released? One time it was released at 6 in the morning here Central Time, but for the most part, it's released 9 o'clock Pacific Time. So they're not answering any questions. There was some of the items were on Walmart.com saying, this is out of stock coming, but that's because it was not supposed to be released till the 17th. So now I call Walmart and I asked them, okay, what time is this going to drop? And they said, well, the box is supposed to, if we're going to introduce something new, it's always going to be midnight. I said, okay, so midnight what time? Midnight Pacific Standard Time. I said, okay. So she said it was going to be $35. I'm like, really? That sounds like a lot of makeup. So I just had a feeling something wasn't right. And she's like, that does look like a lot of makeup. Because as you saw in the pictures, it had 12 lip glosses, 4 highlight bars, 1 loose powder, and then the 3 eyeshadows were 3 eyeshadow palettes with 6 eyeshadows each. Everybody was flipping. I'm not into horoscopes. I don't believe in it. I've said before, it's weird because a lot of the stuff they say about Pisces is true. But, I don't really follow it or believe in it. But, many people do, so they were flipping. They wanted this, flipping in a, I want this kind of way. Even though a few people were being stupid and saying you copied other people. Whatever. So, I usually don't stay up. I check as I wake up. But that night, I don't know, I did not sleep well. It took, my sleep pattern's different now. I fall asleep at 2, and at 2 is when it would be released here, Central Standard. So I don't know if it was that I was anxious about it. I'm not really sure what was going on, but it was probably more because of that. 2 o'clock came, nothing. Walmart.com, the site was crashing. I'm like, OMG, like everybody in the world is trying to get this product. It was crashing for quite a few hours. I kept checking, like I was trying to, just as I was falling asleep, I wake up. Because I set my alarm for 2. And then again, something happened later on, like at about, think it was maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, just as I'm falling asleep, something woke me up. I can't remember what. And then just as I'm falling asleep again, I just remember that 6 o'clock I'm falling asleep, my husband walks in. So that was very frustrating. And I set the alarm for 9. And so the site had crashed, and then finally at about 4, when I checked again, there was nothing on the site about this release at all. And when I checked at 6 o'clock in the morning, nothing about this release at all. I had a very long day that day. I think that was the other thing that had me anxious, is that I had to drive over an hour somewhere out to the beach, because the beach for me is about an hour, hour and a half. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. But unfortunately, the system that I'm in, that was the only place I could see the infection specialist. So I think I was anxious about that, and I was anxious about this release. I did not want to miss it. I mean, it's a really, really nice release. The lip glosses were neither here nor there. I only wanted maybe 4 or 5 of them, not all 12. But everything else I wanted, And I'm saying this has got to be like $100. And luckily I have the PayPal credit. And so I knew I could afford this collection. So nothing. It's nowhere to be seen in Walmart. So I set my alarm clock for 9 because I had to get ready to be, I was going to leave 2 hours early because I didn't know where I was going. I like to give myself, it's an hour and a half to get there, and then another half hour in case I get lost, find parking or whatever. So I had to give myself a good 2 hours. So I get up, I'm doing my makeup, I'm checking the computer. Finally, at 11 o'clock, which is the usual time, 9 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Central, Wet n Wild releases it. No gift box. And just like I said, you had to buy the stuff individually. You could buy it as bundles of elements: fire, air, water, earth. But there was no discount. It was full price. And I already knew it was worth $91 plus tax for me. That's $100. Free shipping though, because it's coming from the website. Free shipping, anything over $35. Called at 9 o'clock. I called Wet n Wild. I called Walmart. They said that collection is no longer is not even in our system as ever even existing, and it was just there for 2 or 3 days before, maybe even a week before. But it said not available. Out of stock. We will email you when it gets in stock. And they're saying there's like no trace of it now. And I was like, but how could it have been? And they were like, well, maybe was the person lying to me? No, it was probably there before. But if you're telling us that the website glitched, they would have taken the whole thing off. So it hasn't come back on as far as I know. I'm calling all the stores. They said it's not going to be in stores till August 1st, Walmart only. I'm calling all the stores because I wanted the box set. Nope, nobody has it. And usually they say it's available August 1st, and usually a week or two before you'll see it in stores. So I started, I was mad. When I saw that they were selling it at full price, and and that's okay, but don't show us a box and then not have a box available. You don't have to discount the box. If you're going to charge $90, all you've been showing us is this beautiful box filled with the products, all nicely aligned and everything, and then you're not going to make it available? And everybody's flipping out on them. Oh, we're sorry, there will be no box. Not only will there not be a box for this collection, there will not be a box for the Fire and Ice Dragon collection either. And I think it's because they were losing money, and I understand that. But don't show us the box. If you're going to be charging $91 for this collection, and then with the tax it would have been $100. So if you're going to be charging $91 for this product, or whatever, $100 with the taxes, for me it would be with the, don't tell us the box isn't included. I was so disappointed. A lot of people said bye. They were expecting a discounted box, since one of the websites said it was going to be $35, since Walmart themselves said it was going to be $35. So they're saying no, that was only for the influencers. So these influencers got 2 boxes. So I don't know if they paid for it or what, but there's influencers online, so you might want to check YouTube, who are giving away a box. I was so disappointed. And so I drive to my thing, and I'm, kept checking Walmart, see if maybe will come out. They fixed the glitch. Finally called Walmart.com again and said, look, I know there was a glitch. I know it was available before the glitch. Is it available now? She says, no, there's no trace of this. Calling all the stores since I was out, near other towns, I could check their Walmarts. I knew where their Walmarts were. It would be on the way home. Wouldn't be a big deal to get off the highway and go. It's right off the highway. No, nothing. They do not have that. So I was like, fine. That morning, about 5 of these influencers were selling the boxes for $100, which is what you're gonna pay anyway, right? Might as well get it in the box. But when they saw it wasn't on the website, they sold out like that. So it was gonna take me like another hour and a half to get home. I checked, there was one more person, but it started going. They started selling at 100, 105, 110. So I was like, well, for some reason, I don't remember. I must have had to change my password. I used to have it in my phone, and it's saying wrong password. So I got to figure out. I probably wrote it down somewhere. I can't remember it. So I couldn't get on to get it. So I was like, if that's still available when I get home, I'm just going to do it that way. I mean, I don't care if it's 110. I would have paid 100 anyway. Again, I have PayPal credit, so I don't have to pay the money till, later on. And it was this special that anything $100 would be 6 months to pay. $20 a month, I could live with that. So that's what I did. I when I got home, it was still available. I went upstairs. I said, I'm not going to wait. I asked questions, because they try to trick you. They show you a box and it's up there. And then by the time they answer me back, somebody bought it already. So I'm like, you know what? They showed the box. They showed the makeup. The description didn't say box included. It didn't even say the loose powder was included. It said unopened, unused product, as seen in the picture. So I was like, okay. It was still here when I got home. This is for me. I'm going to go ahead and order it. So, the guy, I think it's a guy. I asked him after I ordered it, does this include the box? And, I also noticed that, the description doesn't tell you everything that's in the box. I just want to make sure I'm, not going to, oh, yeah, you're getting the box. No, that's not true. Never answered. I get a label in the mail. I get an email that label has been created. So that was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All it says is the label has been created, and it says that I'm supposed to get it by Monday. Calling the post office now is an hour at least waiting, but as I was getting breakfast, I didn't even finish doing my nails, but I did my nails halfway. I put a coat of yellow, then later I'll put a coat of the neon orange over that, and then the top coat. So as I'm doing my nails and I'm making breakfast, now that I'm home, I'm going to wait. And I said, look, sometimes it says that you don't have it, but you guys could see stuff that I can't see. They're like, they never received that box. Went and well, screwed up again, big time. Everything sold out in like an hour. Basically, they do have the single item. All the bundles sold out. The powder sold out first in less than an hour. The loose powder, and that's what mostly everybody wanted. So right now they just have the loose, not in bundles, but they have the glosses, the shadows, and the highlighters are still available individually, not in bundles. But it doesn't matter, it's all the same price. But that powder, that's what everybody really wanted. And that sold out in less than an hour. So they screwed up again. They really did. I was like, I know I wrote to them and people were liking my comment. You don't show us the box and then tell us it's not available. Especially, you're going to charge full price. I said, don't discount it, fine, but at least don't show us a box. Because you know that we collect these boxes. So all they said was, we will forward that to the proper people. Let them know you guys want the boxes.